Kind of.
Yeah.
I think it depends on your workload. Like if your job demands you to pour all of your artistic creativity out, then you won't have it when you get home. So if you can somehow get an art job that is something that you can do 9 to 5 and then turn off your brain and not have to think creatively past that point, then you are able to do stuff on your own.
Being aware that 9 to 5 jobs are
Really 8 to 12.
Rare.
Yeah, they really don't exist. As many times as you would like to think they do, they just don't. So, I mean, I've known people who can work 12-hour jobs and go home and just draw a comic, and I don't know how they do it because I can't. I'm exhausted, you know, you draw all day or you animate all day and your brain's on for 12 or more hours. I can't, but certainly people can.
You should.
You should. I mean, ideally, you really should.
No,
but
you should also take care of yourself.
You should also, yeah, sleep, for God's sake. There's this mentality, no, seriously, like, there's this mentality going around the internet that I hate, which is keep drawing, you know, like, don't ever stop, don't rest. I fucking
Just
hate
work
that.
harder. Just
That
work harder.
sucks.
No,
Like,
take care of yourself. Take a nap.
Yeah, really, get some sleep. You need it. For
Travel.
God's sake.
Do something other than work
Please.
for the love of your own brain and your heart and your friendships and your family. Don't just work, because that can come back to bite you, and you're going to be like 40 and then realize that you've made nothing work other than your work.
But to that end, like, you have to like make time for family and friends and all that. But if you have a job, like you have an art job that, or any job, I would say make sure you're also, and you have to do it like every single day, like every free hour, but work on your own projects, because also when you're 40 and you're like, oh, I've got these, whatever, like the DVD of the show I was working on, but like what do I have for like myself that's all about me? And if you don't, I don't know, you might regret not having that.
Just like establish what's important to you, and then work towards
That's true. If like, I think it depends on what's important to you. If it's important to you that you do make personal art, then sure, do it. I mean, some people can work a long day and then draw for 3 hours and it'll relax them because they're working on their own stuff. Me personally, if I've worked that long, no, I don't know, I'm kind of checked out. But yeah, like, I mean, I do agree with Steve's point that it does help to look back and say, oh yeah, I made this for myself and nobody else. And for me, like, I don't care what it is. It can be just a little animated GIF you put on the internet. That's what I do with my free time, if I have the free time. And I feel good when I do. Any other questions?
Could you guys talk a little bit about your experience with pitching shows to major networks and like what that's like?
Yeah, it's daunting. It's a lot of work. It's awesome that you know you have their ear and stuff, but the chances are not in your favor. You know that it's going to happen. I hate to sound like a downer, but you know, if you believe in it and you pitch it with your heart, I think it has a better chance. It's very nerve-wracking, of course, pitching to, I don't know, 5 execs that, you know, they do this for a living. But I think if you go in prepared, it's okay, you know. But we've pitched like, let's say 20 shows, and I think we've done 2 of those. So it's tough, but definitely keep coming up with your own ideas and writing and drawing and stuff. Don't feel you shouldn't do it. It's just an uphill climb.
I have one thing to say about that.
I disagree.
No, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Are we fighting? We're not fighting.
Soon.
So pitching stuff, sometimes people, you hear the things saying, don't pitch your baby. And I think you have to kind of do that. I mean, do you guys know what that means, pitch your baby? Like, okay, don't pitch your baby because throwing babies is terrible and you shouldn't do that. But pitch your baby means like the thing that you lovingly crafted and you want it to create something, and then you pitch it to an exec and they're like, oh, it's awful. And then you're like, oh, it's changed. This thing that I worked so hard on, that's pitching your baby. Like the thing that you care about, your soul project. So I would say that if you want to get into the business of pitching stuff, you should practice with stuff you don't care about first.
Or
And
just be
learn-
prepared for the fact that whatever you pitch is going to change.
A lot.
It's not a matter of if it changes, it will. It's just a matter of how much.
You have something that you think is like great. Someone even you're pitching it to might think it's great, but they might say this is too weird or whatever. I can't make any money off this, and my job is to find something my company can make money off of. So if you're in a pitch stage where you just have like drawings and write-ups of your characters or whatever, they probably don't want to see that. If you can somehow create your own thing, like a more of a finished thing, and show it, you might have a better shot. But then if you don't, you spend a lot of time doing something no one cares about.
Except building your portfolio. I mean, you could argue that you're not wasting time necessarily.
No,
You can
have
also
something
get
that's
paid
yours,
in
but I mean,
experience.
But
Okay, that was the wrong way to put it.
to the flip side of that is, I think back to someone when I first got there at Soup2Nuts. They pitched an idea. Soup2Nuts said, "Well, I don't want to say option because that's not really how it worked, but they said we'll pitch this for you and then we'll own it." And that was a big deal throughout any network. Who owns what property, and if you pitch it, it's ours, and that kind of thing. So then when that person left, they were like, and this isn't you, Hannah. This is a long time ago. When that person,
It's me, though.
It's
Like,
not you.
it's
It's not you.
also me, though.
It's not you. When that person left, they were like, "Hey, I got my pilot back," and they were very excited, and that's cool, that you have it. But if you don't do anything with it after that either, who cares, right? Like, I mean, if you just, I don't know, you have to care about it. So I wouldn't say don't care, but I do understand don't pitch the baby. But
Wait until you can figure out how to get more power in the process.
Yeah.
I feel like
Right,
if you
right.
want something to be just so.
yeah, and we've talked many times about I'm not pitching that idea because that's a good one.
Yeah.
Not that the next one's terrible, but it's something you want more control of. So yeah.